For tuning in to 12 News at Noon. I'm Nick Canizales. Let's take a look outside this afternoon. We had a heavy downpour about a few hours ago, and right now everything is cleared up. The roads are kind of dry. We got a mosquito or something like that out our, looks like a fly in our Lake Charles LaBerge Casino. Is it a spider?
Yeah.
Oh man, we got to get somebody up there to shoo that thing
away.
That's
the 26th floor.
I know, it's way up there. Let's get an update now on your forecast with Jeff. I mean, are we expecting a little bit more showers, or are we kind of done for the day?
Oh no, there's rain out there right now, just not overhead here in Beaumont. But as you take a look at radar, there are scattered showers anywhere from say around Buna all the way back down through parts of Hardin County and parts of northern Jefferson County right now. We'll zoom in a little bit. And you can see some definitely heavy downpours, but they're scattered about. Heading down I-10, you'll run into a little bit of rain out of Beaumont, between Beaumont and Winnie. Maybe heading up 96, you're probably going to run into a little bit of rain just north of Lumberton there. So there are some spotty showers around. We'll see a couple more of these through the afternoon, about a 40, maybe 50% coverage through the afternoon. At least all the rains help the allergy index. Nothing as far as tree and weed, grass, pollen is low, and mold, of course, is going to be heavy with all the moisture out there. Looks like our forecast calling for more rain as we go through the rest of the week into the holiday weekend. We'll have your 7-day in just a little bit.
All right, well, this video right outside our station here at 12 News, captured by our chief photographer, Derry Chilo over there. It was getting bad. Rain was sideways. Traffic was backed up on the highway because of a lot of rain, and it was really, really bad. Of course, bring your umbrella. We still have some more showers along the way. And if you see news happening, head over to our 12 News Now app. Look for the Near Me tab and click share with us. Share your pictures and video with 12 News. Just go to the Near Me tab inside the 12 News app and click share with us. Well, we have a traffic alert to tell you about. A two-car accident happened around 10:30 this morning on I-10 westbound by Cowboy Harley Davidson of Beaumont. Our 12 News crew captured this video of two trucks turned on its side. Traffic was backed up for over an hour, so if you're heading towards that way, expect delays. Well, new studies suggest the two mRNA COVID vaccines could lead to lasting immunity. Now, researchers extracted lymph node samples from 14 people who received the Pfizer vaccine, and they all had formed germinal centers 3 weeks after the dose. This is key to protective immune responses because they form after the body has had the infections or is vaccinated. 15 weeks later, 8 out of 10 people still had immune cells against the virus. Experts say the longer someone has the germinal center, the stronger their immunity will be. Scientists also found that the vaccine leads to more antibodies in someone who's had the virus versus someone who's never had it. Well, Vandals have faced a Say Their Name mural that honors the victims of the deadly police violence in Louisville, Kentucky. It was created in July of 2020 to honor the lives of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and others killed by police. Yesterday, in addition to spray painting over the mural, the name Patriot Front was written on the mural. Now, Patriot Front is documented as a white supremacist hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. Now, the group is reported to be in connection with other vandalism incidents, including a George Floyd memorial in Philadelphia back in June. The artist behind the mural says the mural will be cleaned. Today, Robin Mouton will be sworn in as the mayor of Beaumont as the successor to Becky Ames, who served as mayor since 2007. Mouton's election is historical for the city as she'll be the Beaumont's first black female mayor. Mouton is a lifelong resident of the city, and she's held the title of councilwoman for Ward 4 for 6 years and stepped in as mayor pro tem from 2016 to 2017. Now, Mouton says her first 100 days will focus on issues like infrastructure, flood mitigation, and also brown water problems. Mouton's swearing-in ceremony will be at 1:30 this afternoon during the city council meeting. Well, search and rescue teams in Surfside, Florida continue working around the clock looking for signs of life in the rubble of the condo that collapsed there last Thursday. Despite the increasingly long odds, search crews, officials, and also family members of the missing are holding on to hope. NBC's Morgan Chesky has the latest from Surfside, Florida.
Yeah, good morning. We have now entered day 6 of the search and rescue mission here outside Champlain Towers South. And leaders of these operations making it very clear that they are settling in for the long haul. A 24/7 operation that's been underway now for 6 days. The workers, as soon as they come off that pile of rubble, able to clean up, sleep in nearby trailers, and then do it all over again, searching for any sign of life, any pocket of air that could hold someone deep inside that pile of rubble that crews are now tunneling into, hoping to find survivors. We do know that families of those missing getting updates every few hours, pressing authorities to speed up this search, but also knowing just how precarious this situation is. One official telling me if this pile moves just by a few millimeters, they're forced to stop and wait and make sure it's stable before going on. In the meantime, at least 3 lawsuits currently in play against Champlain Towers South, and here in just a few hours, engineers expected to tour Champlain Towers North to make sure its structural integrity is intact for the hundreds of people who live there. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, Surfside, Florida.
And of course, we'll continue to give you the update on the very latest of the condo collapse, and we are still holding on to hope, along with Surfside, Florida, that more victims are returned to their loved ones. Well, Miami residents gathered Monday night for a vigil near the site of the Surfside collapse. The vigil drew dozens. Some were looking for support. Some were also looking to comfort others. Mayor Daniela Levine Cava was among the attendees. Residents say that they're trying to keep hope alive for the people who still await word from relatives that lived in the tower and are still among the unaccounted. Now, locals say Surfside is a tight-knit community where everyone is feeling the impact of the tragedy. Well, switching gears, home prices surged nearly 15% in April. That's according to the Case-Shiller National Home Price Index. This was a dramatic increase following the 13.3% increase in March. 5 cities, Charlotte, Cleveland, Dallas, Denver, and Seattle, saw their largest annual gains ever. On the flip side, home sales have been falling for the past few months due to low supply and very high prices. The number of single-family homes being built also slipped due to demand amid high prices for land, labor, and also materials. Well, the First Lady and Second Gentleman will be in Houston today. Now, Dr. Jill Biden and also Doug Emhoff are hoping to convince more Texans to get vaccinated. The visit is less than a week from the president's deadline to meet his goal of 70% of vaccinated Americans. The two will be at Minute Maid Park touring the park's vaccination event, a partnership between the Astros and also Houston Methodists. Former President Donald Trump is heading to Texas as well. He'll be joined by Governor Greg Abbott, where they'll meet at the U.S.-Mexico border. This comes as the governor is asking for donations for Texas to build its own border wall. As of now, Abbott has received almost $500,000 for the project. Well, Governor Abbott is not the only one concerned with the border crisis. Local law enforcement officials worry that crime here is a result of what's going on at the border. Chambers County Sheriff Brian Hawthorne recently took a trip to the U.S.-Mexico border with 50 other officials, and he believes there's a connection in recent crime. Hawthorne says that in the past 6 months, they've seen an increase in gun arrests, stolen vehicles, and also drug cases as a result of the issues at the border. Just last week, his deputies discovered nearly $1 million when they pulled over a driver on I-10. The sheriff says the cash is connected to money laundering. Hawthorne plans on working with different agencies to slow down the drug distribution happening across the region, and he's hoping lawmakers step in with the real solution. Recent STAR test results show that what educators were worried about, that students experienced significant learning loss during the pandemic. The TEA says that there was learning loss in almost every single subject and grade, with the steepest drop-off coming in math. Now, when it comes to testing scores, districts that had most of their instruction online did worse compared to districts with more in-person classes. Now, parents, if you're interested in how your child did, we have a link on our homepage at 12newsnow.com.